The Sigma male is the most mysterious and hard to pin down. The alpha male is known for being dominant and a good leader, while the beta male is known for being a loyal follower. The Sigma male is often called a lone wolf, the outsider who doesn't follow the rules but is still looked up to. Many guys want to be that strong, confident person. They see the Sigma male as the ultimate alpha person who can never be tamed or controlled. But the truth is that you can't fake or force being a Sigma. It's not a costume you can put on or a role you can play. It's a fundamental way of being shaped by personality, experiences, and core values. For those who are wondering why they can't just become Sigmas overnight, here are 6 reasons. First, you can't handle criticism without getting defensive. When someone last told you that you did something wrong, it could have been a teacher, a boss, or even a friend. How did you react? If you got angry or started defending yourself right away, that's pretty normal. It's normal to feel like you need to protect yourself when someone criticizes you. But the problem is that when you get defensive, it's hard to learn from what they're saying. Sigma males deal with criticism differently. If someone tells them they did something wrong, they don't take it as an attack on their character. They may feel a little awkward at first, but they can listen objectively and use the feedback to improve. They don't let their egos get in the way of growth, which doesn't mean they don't care. They just don't let it get to them. If you can't handle criticism well, you're missing out on a big chance to grow. Every time you get defensive, you pretty much close off a chance to grow. It's like someone gives you a map to hidden treasure, but you're too busy arguing about which way is north. When you're always ready to defend yourself, it's hard to talk to people. They stop telling you things that aren't 100% positive, which isn't good for you in the long run. This is a big reason why you can never be a Sigma. Number 2, man, you're too desperate for women's attention. If you constantly check your phone hoping that special someone texted you back, or if you do things just to get a girl's attention, this is one reason you might never be a Sigma. Being desperate makes you look needy and insecure. For example, if you're always trying to make her laugh, or texting her first, or doing her favors just to stay on her mind, it looks like you're always trying to get her to like you, which may seem like a good idea at first, but usually backfires. Girls can tell when you're trying too hard, and they may lose interest quickly. They want someone who's confident and sure of himself, not someone who's always available and trying to win their approval. Have you ever heard the saying, "You can't buy love"? It means that no matter what you do, you can't make someone like you. When you're too desperate for attention, it's like you're trying to buy your feelings with your actions and time. You stop being yourself and become someone who will do anything for attention, which is neither attractive nor Sigma-like at all. When you're not desperate, you show that you're independent. You don't need anyone else to make you feel good about yourself. You know what you want and aren't afraid to go after it. You don't need their approval to be happy. This is a big difference between someone who is desperate for attention and a Sigma male. Too much desire for women's attention can make you lose sight of what you want out of life. You think about her and what she thinks of you so much that you forget about what makes you tick. It's like putting all your energy into a black hole that doesn't give you anything back. Third, this is the exact opposite of what Sigma guys do. You always want to show how good or smart you are. Have you ever been in a group where you couldn't wait to share a cool fact or brag about how much you know? Maybe you jump into every chat with your opinion, or always talk about your latest accomplishments. For those who identify with this, it means you constantly need to show off how good or smart you are. This need to show off is tiring for you and everyone around you. Feeling the need to always look smart makes you seem anxious. People can respect quiet confidence that doesn't need to be yelled from the rooftops. On the other hand, always feeling like you need to prove yourself can make people doubt you. It's like if you're always saying, "Look how great I am." People start to wonder if you're really that great, or if you're just worried you're not. One cool thing about staying calm and collected is that you handle criticism better. When you feel like you need to prove yourself all the time, even a small criticism can feel like a personal attack, which can make you defensive or anxious, which doesn't show strength. It's important to be able to take comments and move forward. Personality. Someone who doesn't always feel like they need to prove themselves can take feedback without losing confidence. They just listen, learn, and move on. Wanting acceptance and trying to impress everyone all the time can also keep you from taking risks. You might stick to what you're good at just to look smart and miss out on learning new things or having new experiences. If you're not growing, you're not strong. And if you're always trying to prove your worth, you miss out on just being yourself. People want to connect with the real you, not the version of you that's always looking for approval. Being confident doesn't mean you have to show how smart or good you are. It means you're okay with making mistakes. Number 4. You can't decide what to do without first asking other people. If you can't decide what to do without first asking other people, it's clear you can't be a Sigma. Have you ever wanted to do something simple, like pick a movie to watch, but you had to text 3 friends to ask their opinion? Or maybe you wanted to start a new hobby but waited to see what other people thought before getting started. If this sounds like you, you're giving away your power to other people when you're always looking for their approval before making a move. It's like you're saying, I don't trust myself to make the right choice. Sigma men don't work this way. They trust their instincts and go with their gut feelings. They don't need a lot of views to back up their choices. People notice when you can't make up your mind about even the smallest things, not just big ones like buying a house or changing jobs. If you can't make up your mind, they might see you as someone who can't lead or take charge, instead of someone who can think for themselves all the time. Talking to other people all the time can also slow you down. Imagine always having to wait for their opinion before you can move forward. It's like being stuck in traffic when you could be driving down a freeway. It limits what you can do and how you can grow. Sigma men move quickly and with purpose because they make choices quickly and on their own. What's worse, asking other people what they think all the time can make you unable to make a choice. You don't make a choice because you're too focused on pleasing other people. Worrying too much about what other people think is a big reason you can't be a Sigma. Have you ever spent a lot of time picking out the perfect outfit for a party because you wanted everyone to think you looked cool? Have you ever agreed with someone just so they wouldn't judge you? If you said yes, you're wasting way too much time and energy trying to impress other people. When you're constantly trying to impress others or show off, you forget about what makes you happy. You can't be true to yourself if you're always changing yourself to fit what you think others want. It's like living your life so that it's more about them than you. This makes it hard to figure out who you are and what you stand for. People can tell when you're trying too hard to impress them instead of respecting you. They might see you as someone who's insecure or fake. You can't be a Sigma man if you don't show who you really are. It's like putting on a mask. Always needing approval from others can really hold you back. It keeps you stuck in a cycle where your actions are based more on what other people think than what you believe. This is the exact opposite of what Sigma males are all about. So if you're always trying to impress people, it's pretty clear why you can't be a Sigma male. Number 6. You can't stand being alone. Many people have trouble being alone. But if you really can't stand it, you can never be a Sigma male. How often do you need to be with other people because being alone is too much for you? Maybe you always need to text a friend or spend all day in a chat group because you need company to fill a hole. You're afraid to face your own feelings and thoughts when you can't stand being alone. This means that you need other people to make you feel good, like you need their presence to tell you that you matter. But real power and confidence come from within, not from other people. Sigma men feel good about themselves whether they're with other people or by themselves. They don't need other people to tell them they're good enough. You can really think about what makes you happy and what you want out of life during alum time. It's the best time to plan, create, and grow. But if you're always focused on being with other people, you might miss out on that important me time. Needing to be with other people all the time can also make you needy. People respect people who are independent and can stand on their own 2 feet. Being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. It means you're comfortable with your own company. Being afraid of being alone can also make you do bad things to avoid that feeling. For example, you might hang out with people who aren't good for you or stay in bad relationships because anything feels better than being alone. One of the most important things for a Sigma male to be able to do is find peace with solitude. This helps you understand your own needs and wants without any outside interference. Mastering the art of being alone shapes who you are. It teaches you self-reliance and increases your creativity. If you're always avoiding alum time, you're not only missing out on becoming a Sigma, you're also missing out on becoming the best version of yourself.